May 29, 1953, 11:30 a.m. Tenzing Norgay and Edmund Hillary stood 50 meters from the summit of Everest. 50 meters, that's half a football field. Nothing. But at 8,800 meters, 50 meters is everything. Their oxygen was nearly empty. Their bodies were failing. Their time was running out. Hillary looked at Tenzing. Tenzing looked at Hillary. One of them would step on the summit first. One name would go in the history books as the first human to stand on top of the world. This was the moment that would define everything. Hillary took a breath, then said something nobody expected. "We go together on 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Non. They stepped forward, together, at the exact same time. But did they really? For 70 years, people have asked, who stepped first, who was truly first? And for 70 years, the answer has been the same. They never told. But here's what actually happened. The truth Tenzing carried until his death. As they approached the final ridge, Hillary was slightly ahead. The rope connecting them was taut. Hillary was pulling. Tenzing could see it. Hillary was closer. Hillary would reach the summit first. And in that moment, Tenzing felt something. Not jealousy, not anger, but sadness. 18 years, 7 attempts, 6 failures, all leading to this moment, and he would be second. The world would remember Hillary, the Westerner, the white man, the real climber. Tenzing would be forgotten. The Sherpa, the helper, the guide, just like always. But then Hillary did something unexpected. 10 meters from the summit, Hillary stopped, turned around, looked at Tenzing. "Wait," Hillary said through his oxygen mask. Tenzing caught up, stood beside him. "We finish this together," Hillary said. "Not me first, not you first, us first." Tenzing's eyes filled with tears, behind his goggles where Hillary couldn't see. Nobody had ever done this. Nobody had ever given up the chance to be first. But Hillary was doing it. For him, for them. They stood there, side by side, looking at the summit. "On 3, Hillary asked. Tenzing nodded. 1, their hearts pounding. 2, their oxygen almost gone. 3, they stepped forward, together. Their boots touched the summit at the same instant, the highest point on Earth. 2 men, 1 moment, equal. Tenzing fell to his knees, not from exhaustion, from emotion. He had done it. After 18 years, after 7 attempts, after being told he was less than, he had done it. And he had done it as an equal. Hillary knelt beside him, put his hand on Tenzing's shoulder. For a moment they said nothing, just breathed, just existed, just felt. Then Hillary pulled out his camera. "Your photo first," he said. Tenzing stood, raised his ice axe. The flags flew in the wind. Nepal, India, United Kingdom, United Nations. Hillary clicked the shutter. The famous photo. The image the world would remember. "Now you," Tenzing said. But Hillary shook his head. "I don't need it," Hillary said. "The world needs to see you here. Proof that you made it, proof that Sherpas belong at the summit." Tenzing understood. Hillary was giving him the evidence, the undeniable proof. Because Hillary knew the world would doubt. They would say Tenzing was just carrying Hillary's equipment, just supporting, not really climbing, but the photo proved it. Tenzing Norgay, at the summit, alone in the frame, undeniable. They spent 15 minutes at the top, took measurements, planted flags, ate chocolate, and they made a pact. "They will ask who stepped first," Hillary said. "I know," Tenzing replied. "If I say I was first, the world celebrates me and forgets you." Hillary continued. "If I say you were first, the world doubts me and questions you." Tenzing nodded. He had thought the same thing. "So we never tell," Hillary said. "We say we arrived together, and we never break that promise." They shook hands, at the top of the world, a promise neither would ever break. The descent began, dangerous, deadly. More climbers die going down than going up. At Camp 9, the team was waiting, celebrating, cheering. The expedition leader, John Hunt, pulled them aside. "Magnificent achievement," Hunt said. "Hillary, you've made history." Hillary interrupted. "We made history. Tenzing and I together." Hunt smiled but pushed. Of course, but for the official record, who stepped on the summit first? Hillary looked at Tenzing. Tenzing looked at Hillary. We arrived together, Hillary said firmly. Hunt pressed harder. But surely one of you was ahead, even by a step, for the record. The record is, we summited together, Tenzing said quietly. Hunt wasn't satisfied, but he couldn't push further. Back at base camp, the journalists swarmed. Cameras, notebooks, questions. Who was first, they demanded. We climbed as a team, Hillary answered. But someone had to step first, they insisted. Whether I the picture is, done lupate the picture inversum polds to from a veg, paints hers nair vero asium, but a twertic and give a mal don subitron off the judun of us, but there is no enough pivot where the est in the strina mid hently, plot of the mall of all it us. Why does it matter? Tenzing asked. Because history needs a first, a journalist shouted. Hillary's response was final. Then history can record this. 2 men reached the summit, together. That's the truth. The journalists were furious. They wanted a hero, a winner, a name, but Hillary and Tenzing refused to give them one. Days later, a British newspaper published a headline, Hillary conquers Everest. Tenzing's name was in the subtext. Small, secondary, almost forgotten. Hillary was furious. He called a press conference. That headline is wrong, Hillary stated. I did not conquer Everest alone. Tenzing and I conquered it together, equal partners, equal credit. But the damage was done. The narrative was set. Hillary was the hero. Tenzing was the helper. For years, people asked, pressured, begged. Just tell us, who was first? Hillary never answered. Tenzing never answered. Even decades later, when old and sick, when dying, they kept the secret. Why? Because they understood something the world didn't. It didn't matter who was first. What mattered was that they trusted each other enough to reach the summit together. In Hillary's private journal found after his death, he wrote one entry about the summit. People ask who stepped first. I know. Tenzing knows. But we will never tell, because the moment we do, one of us becomes first and the other becomes second, and that destroys everything we achieved together. In Tenzing's autobiography, he wrote something similar. The summit was not about who arrived first. It was about proving that 2 men from different worlds could trust each other completely. That is the real achievement. So who stepped first? Maybe Hillary, maybe Tenzing, maybe they really did step together, but here's the truth. It doesn't matter, because they refused to let the world divide them. They refused to let achievement create hierarchy. They refused to let success destroy partnership. That's more important than any record. Years later, someone asked Hillary, do you regret not taking sole credit? You could be the hero. Hillary smiled. I am a hero, and so is Tenzing. We're both heroes. Why would I want to be the only hero when I could share it with my friend? That's the real summit, not the mountain. The friendship, not the achievement. The respect, not the glory. The partnership. Tenzing and Hillary climbed Everest together, and they protected each other's dignity for the rest of their lives. The world wanted to divide them. They refused. The world wanted a winner and a loser. They insisted on equality. The world wanted to know who was first. They said it didn't matter. And that's why they're both remembered. Not as first and second, but as partners. 2 men, 1 summit, 1 secret, 1 friendship. That's the truth about Everest. Not who stepped first, but who refused to let it matter.